Welcome to the Barnes Flyover. This is your monthly update on all things 104th Fighter Wing, what's happening at Barnes Air National Guard Base, and how they're making an impact right here in the community of Westfield. Whether you're here to learn something new, check out what's happening, or just to hang out and listen, this podcast has got you covered. Let's take off into today's episode.
Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon. As I always say, this is a podcast, so it's whenever you want to listen to it or watch it.
Episode 5.
Yes, we're just going to keep going with this. And they've been good.
As long as you guys keep wanting them, we'll keep making them. We've loved the feedback so far. We have another great episode for you, so kick back, relax. And if you are listening on Spotify, we do have a video version of it on YouTube, so make sure you check that out as well, just to get all of the video content that we are saying, because we like to talk about all the pictures and stuff that we take and cover, so we have all of that for you too.
Yeah. So today we have, we're going to go through our regular past and present. Past, present, and future. And then we have our 104th Medical Group Senior Enlisted Leader, Chief Master Sergeant Tim Mutti here to talk about an amazing community partnership that they just got back from.
Chief.
Literally just got back from. So they're exhausted, but he's going to do this interview for us because you guys need to hear all about it. So we were told that they like the questions we ask each other. And so we're going to go to 2 questions. We're going to compromise because we do want to stick to our timeline. So 2 questions. I'll go first.
These are not repeats, so we're okay there.
Okay, good.
I think I repeated one last time.
All right, what shows are you currently binge watching?
My wife and I are big Bachelor in Paradise fans.
Okay.
I don't know if you know that. Yeah, a lot of drama, a lot of people going home this week, so that's interesting. I also am a big favorite show ever was probably Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Okay.
It's about like the worst human beings, but like every once in a while there's like a little sprinkle of hope and like sentimental moments, so I kind of like that. New season's out now, so I would say that one.
Okay, cool. And my last one is, what is your favorite outdoor activity?
Probably kayaking, I would say.
Really?
So
I love kayaking.
you saw the brand new beautiful white Jeep. I can fit the kayak in the back seat now. I don't need to throw it on a kayak rack anymore, so I can just put it in the back seat and go. So I have a lake nearby, so I might be doing that today, actually.
I put a kayak on the roof of my car one time. My mother was following us, and it fell off, and she was behind me, and she thought she was going to die. I'll just never forget that.
Guilty. I've done
fun.
that. Yep.
Okay, what do you got?
All right, what I have for you. Are you ready for these? Here we go. First question, which I have written down. What is one of your most personal prized possessions?
You always give me these questions. I should go back to chicken and broccoli pizza. What? I have a clock that came from my grandfather, and it has a ton of stories. It's a cuckoo clock, and my grandparents raised me, and I grew up learning these stories around this clock. So I have the clock in my house, and it reminds me of him when I was younger and all the stories that went along with it.
Very cool. We were going through all of our stuff the other day, and like I was going through all like my other possessions. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I had this. So I was like, that'd be a cool question. All right, next question. If your life depended on it, you have to pick one sport and you have to win. What sport are you picking?
Oh God, long distance running or hiking? Long distance, I could do that. I did the 20-mile march.
Yep.
And so I would do that again too. I had problems with it. We all would if you did 20 miles, especially in the rain. But yeah, it'd be a hiking or a long distance run.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, cool. All right, let's get going here. I heard you have a fun fact in history.
Yes,
And
this
I love
day
history.
in history, this is for you, Melanie, and all of you other history buffs out there. 117 years ago today, August 8th, 1908. Wilbur and Orville Wright. What up, Wright brothers? They made Wilbur Wright went to France at the Le Mans racetrack and made his first ever public demonstration of his airplane glider in Europe.
On a racetrack?
Yes, so that sparked a lot of interest in aviation in Europe, and that really kickstarted basically what we have now today, which is the most awesome fighter jet in the world. So we would not be anywhere without August 8th, 1908. If you ever in Kitty Hawk, they have an amazing museum there. You can go see where they did their first flights. You can see how far they got with each of their glider attempts. A very cool place.
Very cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I love history. All right, we'll get into what we've been doing. So community engagement, that's my specialty. We were swamped with tours this month. Tons and tons of tours. Everything from Westfield State college staff to Masonic lodges. They were great.
Pratt and Whitney.
Yeah, South Hadley veterans were
yeah.
great. The Massachusetts State Civil Air Patrol. Amherst Police Department brought a group of kids down, so that was great to see. And then we also had 24 Restore, which is a cotton company. Steve Sorkin and CEO John Kazub were here. They were great. We did a Starfires Military Appreciation Night, and we've been doing this, I think, 3 or 4 years now. That was really great. Moon threw the first pitch, and we had Hannah singing the national anthem. She's amazing. I'm sure you guys have heard her. And we did an enlistment on the field. We also have A1C Knoth. I think I'm saying his name the right way. He was on a tour with us when we did the Civil Air Patrol. He has a prior Civil Air Patrol. And then he went back out to the Civil Air Patrol group and he spoke to them about how it played a part in him joining the military, where he is now. He's got a great story to tell. And he's over in our avionics. No, he's in our weapons shop if anybody wants to go talk to him about Civil Air Patrol or just kind of his journey where he's become. We also did July 4th, Star Spangled Springfield. Moon talked about the significance of the holiday and the value of freedom, and we did a great flyover. And who did this picture?
So I have
That's
the
a great
credit up
picture.
on our Facebook and Instagram pages. I believe his first name is Michael, last name starts with a C. It is on our Facebook and Instagram pages for
That was
that
a great
photo
photo.
credit. That is a great
I
photo.
really like it. And then we did an air show. We had a two-ship at the Oshkosh Air Show, which is a very popular air show.
So, fun fact about these pictures: we had a parent of the child there reach out to us and say, "Hey, Nuke gave him his patch right off his
Nuke is awesome.
right off his flight suit, and it really made his whole air show there. So they were super grateful that Nuke was able to do that. Yeah, they're great with kids. Anytime we do a tour, they
Nuke
love
is great
interacting
with
with them.
kids. He's always my go-to for the tours. But
I also don't know if you noticed, but I reposted the EAA had your takeoffs on their page.
Oh, awesome!
So there's video of it.
That's awesome. That's
Yep.
awesome. Also, Nuke is in a picture previously with another kid, and that kid, he just took him under his wing and like walked around with him the whole day for that tour. And it was great. Nuke's just been very great.
So yeah, anytime we get emails that basically just are where you see someone do something like that, where it's helping someone out, or it's
Yeah.
building those futures. So it was
awesome.
I love when I saw that email come in. I was very happy. I sent it to Nuke, and I was like, we have to get these pictures on the podcast.
That's awesome. So real quick, we also did a medical IRT July 20th through August 3rd. It was in Elmwood, Pennsylvania. I'm just going to give you a quick little fact here. $1.2 million
Wow.
in free medical aid was done while they were there. Our guest, Chief Mutti, is going to tell us all about that. So I won't get into any more details on that. Let's just hear now, Jay, what's been going on in the base?
All right, very busy summer. We had a lot of things going on as well. We had the Kenya visit in July, and that is part of our state partnership program. So that was a combat aviation visit. So 3 officers from the Kenyan Defense Forces, all in aviation, went to our shops and it was great because they asked so many questions on best practices for things like flight safety, for rapid response capability, for fixed wing aircraft maintenance support, for group operations. So they were very engaged. That picture on the top right, very, very fun. I wanted to turn, but we ran out of time. The EOD team has their robot, and they were having the Kenyans there try and pick up a dummy grenade and put it into like an ammo cart.
Oh, cool. So they're having fun for sure.
Yeah, they did it. It was awesome. But yeah, great tour. They asked a lot of questions, so that was great. We have more of information on that, as well as some quotes and a story on our Facebook and social pages, so make sure to check those out if you have some time. July 24. So we talked about the ICT, or the DICT, so the Distributed Integrated Combat Turn, a little bit on the last podcast. So this month we had our capstone. So it was the same basic thing as the last one, where we talked a little bit about what those combat turns were. This time it was a capstone, so it was a little bit more intense, a little bit more inspectable, but we rocked it. We did just as amazing a job as we did in all of our practices. And again, what this was so we had
You combined units. You had Westover, you
Westover,
had Bradley.
thank you, yes.
And that's great. That's
and
great
the
to get.
158th Fighter Wing out of Burlington, Vermont had the F-35s.
Awesome.
So yeah, refueling F-15s and F-35s and rearming them while both engines are running from HC-130 Hercules. So,
All right.
yeah, really awesome.
And then community members, you're probably going to be excited to hear this, the next topic, the last.
Let's see here what we
AF.
have. Oh, yes. So AFFF removal. We have no more AFFF on base. Really amazing day. That was August 8th. Here are some pictures. Our 104th firefighters helped in the removal process
That was
of
July
it.
25th.
July 25th. Yes, not August 8th.
Today's August
Today is
8th.
August 8th. Thank you so much. Yes, that was July 25th.
Yeah,
And really, it really just improves our environmental footprint on the installation.
it really does. And I know the community has been waiting for that. Then we've been really busy. You guys have probably heard a lot of flying. So lots of incentive rides. We have a D model F-15, and that's a two-seater. And anytime it goes up, they try to take somebody else on the base with them that is a deserving member. So somebody who's gotten an award or did something really great. And then a lot of times they're going up with the Finney flights. And Finney flights are the last flights that a certain pilot would be taking before they leave for training or leave the base. You'll see some pictures if you're watching, the Jeff King and Kayla Gallagher. Kayla is one of our recruiters. And on another slide, you're going to see Justin Cousino, and he's another recruiter. And on Tuesday, August, next week, Glenda Schuster, another recruiter, will be going up. And our recruiters kick butt. They are awesome. They really do bring in the best people here. And then you also see Fawn Strandness. She's a friend of mine over in finance, and she is retiring, and her husband works at Westover, and she's got two little cute kids.
That is
So
awesome.
it's so much fun when we have Finney flights because families come out.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen them even teach the little kids how to marshal the planes and stuff.
Would this be considered incentive rides, not Finney flights?
So incentive rides, so we have somebody here in the, we have one of our airmen here, and she mentioned, is an incentive ride the same thing as a Finney flight? And actually, they go up at the same time. So they're two different types of flights. The last flight a pilot takes with the aircraft, and then the incentive ride is just somebody who is a deserving airman and goes in the back seat of the D model with them. Yeah, but a lot of lately it's been at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah, so
And we have a lot more Finney flights coming up. We are super excited. I said super excited. I told myself I wouldn't do it, and I did it. But anyways, we have some Finney flights coming up. We are looking forward to get some content out to you for those, so stay tuned for that. Just as we have all of these pilots doing their Finney flights, we are having pilots come back in after F-35 training
wait,
school.
we got
so
some updates on training.
we have some updates. Let's
So-
go.
Well, first let's go through. Well, let's go through with what's coming up in the
Yes,
community.
thank you.
So we are going to continue with our tours as long as we have our aircraft. We have a clergy day coming out August 14th, and there is still availability. If you are clergy in our community, we would love to have you come out on base. Our chaplains on base are hosting that. Reach out for some information. We are bringing Pratt & Whitney back out again, August 21st. The Smith Company, and we are having local breweries come out. Another fun thing that we're doing is we got our books in, the Eagles
Yes.
Over New England. This is this great book here. And we are going to be distributing to the local schools, local businesses in the area. Everyone's going to get a copy. So that's a great thing that we're doing from the base. We also have a farewell golf party coming up. That is August 15th at the Shaker Farms Country Club. If you've signed up for that, don't forget. We also, Pease Air Force Base show, September 6th through the 7th. It's Thunder over New Hampshire. And we aren't flying, but we will have an F-15 stack display. We'll have two of them there. And then let's go back to you for stuff going on base.
All right, upcoming base events. We have a upcoming event at the Stones Ranch Military Reservation in East Lyme, Connecticut. So a little bit about that. It is for Agile Combat Employment Training, where we kind of practice air-ground base defense, ground defense skills, which includes troop procedures, entry control procedures, and as well as defensive fighting procedures. We went out and got some video footage and content from that last year, which is on our Instagram page, which Staff Sergeant Camille Lee now made, which is one of my favorite videos that we have on Instagram. It's a really, really cool video. So I'm looking forward to having us go out there and getting some really cool content for that.
We do have an exercise coming up with FSS, and I did get just now from Senior Master Sergeant Adam Casno sent me a description of what they're doing. Exercising the unit's ability to deploy into a contested area while focusing on search and recovery, mortuary affairs, and personal processing. And I do know that the 104th chaplains will also be involved with that.
Very
That's
cool.
another training, some really great training we do.
Yeah, a lot of awesome exercises. Very busy August coming up. We have our August RSD, and then we also have our large farewell to the Eagle Party, which will be coming up. That is exclusive to Barnstormers and Barnstormer family members, I believe. Is that correct?
And alumni. Alumni
And
is
alumni,
invited,
thank
so
you.
immediate family members. This one isn't children-oriented. We don't have bounce houses or anything. And alumni are invited to come. During that event, the Wellness Center will also be open till about 2 o'clock. If the party's not really your thing and you kind of want to just grab your food and go right after the commander's call, you can go do that and hang out at the Wellness Center.
Yeah, but we'll have food trucks. We'll have a band, I believe. So we'll have lots of resources.
We're also going to have a gaming center in the back
Very cool.
with online gaming. We'll have a slideshow going of all of our community photographers that gave us pictures for our book. We'll also be rotating through in the hangar.
Can I start like a Dungeons and Dragons corner in one of the hangars?
I think so. I think they
Is Danny coming?
Danny's not coming.
Okay.
Danny's my son. He's not coming. So we're also going to be doing pictures with the Eagle. So the jet
Yes.
will be right in the middle, and PA is going to cover the first hour, and we'll be able to print those pictures for you while you're there. First come, first serve for that. Line up like you're at Disney, and we'll take them as quick as we can and get
We'll
them
make
back
it
to you.
work.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I think, let's see. Oh, Wellness Center. You can go. We got some stuff at the Wellness Center this
Yes,
month.
that is happening. Are you referring to the August 8th school supplies today, or?
No, they're doing SAPR, suicide
Okay,
prevention
perfect.
classes, August 22nd. They're going to be on base. That's the Friday before the party, Friday of drill. They're going to have a lot of stuff going on at the Wellness Center. So the National Service Pass is going to be there, giving out the free passes for the parks. Veteran Service Officer will be there if you have any questions about any kind of claims or resources or eligibility for things in the VA or in your community. Women Veterans Program will also be there. August 24th is the Sunday of drill, and of course we will have our general Christian services will be happening. And then August 27th, U.S. Family Health will be there.
Awesome. I think my free national park pass actually expired, so that was a great reminder to me to head on in and get a new one because you save $25 a pop on that thing. So that's a really good resource.
Here's your conversion corner.
There we
We've got
go.
updates. A
Look at
lot
that
of
picture.
people listen to our podcast, and they've said they would like to see the updates. So just some fast facts.
Yeah, so 36 personnel currently off base for training, 2 in LRS, the Logistics Readiness Squadron, and then we have 34 maintainers. We have 2 fully qualified pilots currently in training and 4 that are leaving for training coming up. As far as the construction projects going on around base, we have 15 new construction projects currently throughout ops, and that's going to be throughout the runways, all of our buildings, all of the flight lines. So pretty much revamping and rebuilding everything to make it work with the 35. So really awesome stuff going on there. A lot of work going on around base. And then 20 is the number of F-35 scheduled to be delivered by summer of 2026. So how awesome is that?
Yeah, and just stay tuned in our Air Scoop or on our podcast. We will update you with those just fast facts to keep you guys involved with what's been going on.
We hear you and we love answering you, so keep the questions coming and we will do whatever we can to make sure you are always in the know.
Yeah, absolutely. Next, I just want to put a plug in real quick for our book. And I believe the next slide on our thing here shows our book. So this book was sponsored by the Thunderbolt Council, has over 85 community photographers in there. Just a little plug for our community photographers. On our last page, we have a signature page. And you probably can't see it in there, but on the signature page, so these books are limited, number one. And number two, if you get signatures in there of different photographers, or if you're a member on base and you get other people around base, it makes it unique. So it's kind of a limited edition collector's item.
I will sign autographs for free, just saying, throwing that out now. So
He is one of our photographers.
someone please ask for my autograph.
I will put a plug in for the local photographers. If you guys ever want to put something together off base and just kind of have a panel for signing the book, I think that would be a great idea because the pictures in this book, they are amazing. It's a one of a kind, and a lot of work went into it. And they are available for pickup in our office at the PA office and also off base at the package store at Hamden Ponds Plaza.
Yeah, we've been very busy this morning. We've given out, I think, 3 boxes already just for
Wow.
people coming in.
Wow.
So we are rocking
excited.
and
So make sure you guys notice the signature page on the back of that. Make your book your own and make it unique to you. So now we're going to take a little break.
All right.
We're going to get ready for our guest. So we'll see you in a minute.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk at the same time, gotta walk that. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again. Whenever we get it, there's no hesitation, no.
All right, we're back.
All right, we are back with our very special guest, Chief Master Sergeant Tim Mutti from the 104th Medical Group, the 104th Medical Group Senior Enlisted Leader, correct?
Yes, that's correct. Good afternoon. I guess that's what time it
It's
is right
morning
now.
or afternoon. We're not live, but it's
Yep.
whenever they listen or watch the podcast.
So good.
Hi. So let's start off. Why don't you introduce yourself? So we know that you're Chief Master Sergeant Mutti.
So Chief Master Sergeant Mutti from the 104th Med Group. Been doing the military thing for 27 years. Came in right out of high school. Transferred from a bunch of different sections within the Mass Air National Guard, the 104th in particular, maintenance, operations, medical, operations back to medical. Kind of a family business.
Yes, you do have a few brothers out there.
Yep. So only one now, but originally there were 7
Yeah.
all at once.
Yeah.
So.
Wow, that is
Crazy.
awesome.
So let's get into what you guys just did. IRT.
So yes, Innovative Readiness Training is what IRT stands for. We are in Elwood City, Pennsylvania, which is about 50 miles north of Pittsburgh. The area just is lacking medical treatment facilities, and that is why they requested us to be there.
Okay.
So they requested you to be there, and you went in with other groups of people.
Yeah, so it's a request through Congress, so it's about a 2-year process
Wow.
from when they request it, and then they get accepted, and then it's a year-long process for us actually designing where we're going to live, where we're going to provide treatment, how we're going to go about it, and what treatment like members we have to bring in to provide the care.
Yep. I believe we had something like 36 or so Barnes
So we had 31
Barnstormers.
Barnstormers out of 160.
Okay.
And that ranged from Air Reserve, Air National Guard, Army Reserve, Marine Corps Reserve, Navy Reserve, and Navy Active Duty.
And there were definitely some civilians involved in
So-
training.
So
No?
we partnered with local fire and EMS.
Okay.
So we can
I think
discuss.
we have a picture, a group photo.
Yeah, we can discuss some of the training that we did there. That just happened to be, we set up an MCI, mass casualty incident. And so by setting up that event, we provided essentially like an arena where they could provide their resources, and then we could provide our resources and unilateral train
Okay.
to make sure that
Oh,
they
that's
were
awesome.
doing what they were doing, we were doing what we were doing, and then kind of integrate those two processes
Sure.
together.
So what kind of care were we providing? Were we doing dental, flu shots? What kind of
So we pretty much carried, I would say, 4 functions. So
Okay.
we did vision, optometry, and that also included producing eyeglasses. So we produced roughly 1,100
Wow.
pairs of prescription eyeglasses to the community. We did dental care, so we did tooth removal, fillings, cleanings if necessary. We did medical treatment, so biggest part of that was sports physicals, school physicals to get kids ready and eligible for either activities or go to school. And then we did behavioral health medicine as well.
Oh, wow. I did see a few pictures of animals.
So we did have veterinary treatment as well.
That was awesome.
They did mostly wellness checks, and then towards the end, we were able to do rabies vaccines as well.
Oh,
We
wow.
saw about
That's awesome.
600 animals.
Yeah.
To
Wow.
include chickens and guinea
And
pigs.
there was a
and-
little tiny kitten with our chaplain assistant, Carlos. A
Yes.
little baby kitten, looked like it was just born. So how often does the 104th do something like this?
So this is not only is it an application process for the IRT for the community, but for medical groups or military groups in general, it's an application process. So our services have done multiple IRTs, and this is the second one that the Med Group has done. The first one since I've been there
Wow.
in about
Okay.
4 years.
All right. How many Barnstormers? We did that one. What sections did the Barnstormers come from?
So we carried not only from the medical side, but an IRT is designed as a simulated deployment or deployed environment.
Okay.
So we were living in the school.
Yep.
We were being provided meals from our services, and we did all the deployment PERSCO, which is the in-check, out-check, bed down, and stuff like that. So from Barnes, we had medical providers, dental providers, and then we also had PERSCO team that came, and then chaplain services as well to provide religious accommodations for any military member that was there.
Oh, that's awesome. What a great trip.
Yeah, now I heard you talking about this a little bit on Thursday morning where you mentioned, I think you said 6 of the 19 superior performers were from the 104th Fighter Wing.
Yeah, so the 104th, we have a reputation to represent, you know,
yes,
and
we
so
do.
I was very proud to say that 6 of the superior performers of the 19 of the IRT mission were Barnstormers, which to me is it's not surprising, but it also is rewarding to actually see the members be recognized.
And I know you're humble, Chief, but you did get one of those 6, correct?
Yes, I did.
You
Okay,
did, yes.
congratulations, Chief.
I did have a quote from the commander, Colonel Burgess. He said that the 104th members always fall into leadership positions. Very rewarding experience for everybody. So why do you think the 104th always falls into leadership positions?
I think it's our culture at the 104th. So I think that we allow our members to try new things, to go above
Absolutely.
and beyond, and actually to perform at a peak or a level that they're comfortable, sometimes even uncomfortable doing because we support them to do that. So I think that a lot of times opportunities pose themselves, and then our members actually just step up and they grab hold of that opportunity, and of course they excel because they're Barnstormers.
Yeah,
and that's what they
like
do.
you said, we have that culture and the support, and I think people aren't as nervous to try new things or to move up and try
Right.
leadership skills, and it's encouraged, you know?
Yep, it
We've
is.
got a lot of enlisted that go on to be an officer.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Speaking of, our very own public affairs specialist, Sarah Kalinsky, who went
Yes.
to the IRT, who switched over to medical, is now a first lieutenant, second lieutenant?
Second lieutenant.
Second
Second
lieutenant,
lieutenant.
and actually,
Oh, no, she's a first lieutenant, and she actually went from PA to PA. She went
Yeah.
from public affairs to being a physician
Physician
assistant.
assistant, yeah.
So
We got sent a picture where she had her camera sling on her as well as her stethoscope, and that was a really cool picture because
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
kind of encompassed like both of her roles there at the IRT. So that was cool. She got a lot of cool pictures for public affairs, and then I know she did a lot of training and stuff with the IRT and the medical group. So that
yeah,
was
so
really
that
awesome.
that really is just, you know, it's the example. Not only is she a physician assistant, but she grabbed hold and assisted with the PA
Exactly.
while they were there, which was
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
And these were very long days for you guys.
Yes, they were very long days. So we would start in the morning, roughly around 6:30. Our clinic closed at 4 o'clock, but that is when we stopped receiving patients. That is not when we stopped patient care.
Right.
So depending on the sections, dental and optometry being our busiest, they would work till 6 or 7 at night.
Wow.
Our NORA, which is actually the Navy that did the glasses, they would work until the glasses were all completed for that
Wow,
day, which
wow.
could be 7, 8 o'clock at night.
That's
Wow.
dedication, for sure.
Yep.
And I know that the airmen that go with you know what they're getting into, and they volunteer, and everyone. I know you're planning one for next year, and people are excited to do it again.
So I will say that they think they know what they're getting into because you just never know,
Yeah.
right?
That is true.
So we had some incidents that we discussed. You know, one of the one is that our bus, our main transportation, broke
Oh, goodness.
on day 1, mission 1, travel 1. You know, and so we got the phone call of a stranded bus with a bunch of people on it, and so you just adapt. We took the fleet of vehicles that we did have and started, you know, a rescue mission.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank God we
yeah.
didn't have a rescue mission of a rescue mission, as
Right,
sometimes
right.
also occurs. But
I'm just wondering, Pete, can you pull up the facts again, and then we'll close with some of these facts. They're amazing. They're not just 1 and 2 numbers. They are really big numbers about. So you guys provided 639 patients.
yeah, so how this looks is that every time a patient came in, they were given the opportunity to do multiple. So they didn't just have to come in and do medical. They could have done medical, dental, optometry, behavioral health, whichever ones that they wanted to. So these are the encounters. So this isn't the patients. This is the number of services we provided.
Right,
So
7,487.
That's correct.
We also did triage. That's not something we mentioned. That's good. That's good. I think we have another slide that shows a few other stats.
So this is the procedure. So
Yeah.
again, going with, if you go into dental, you may think, because we were doing x-rays, so that's a procedure, and then the x-rays would show that the member maybe needed, you know, a filling or a tooth removed, and that's an additional procedure. So these are all the procedures of each one of those encounters.
Wow, that's
So-
amazing. 16,092.
Now, in prior years, are those less, are those higher, or do we maybe provide different care for different years?
So every IRT is a little bit different.
Yep.
The size of the group that we were put together, around that 160, 180, they assumed that we would see about 220 patients a day. and we were seeing upwards of about 320 a day.
Holy moly.
So
Wow.
we definitely were busy, but we definitely met the demand, and it also showed the need. And that's
Yeah.
what's really important
Yeah.
because you really don't know what you're going to get after when
Right.
you get there. So a lot of this is word of mouth. We did advertising through flyers. The community did advertising during fairs and events and at churches and different things like that. But you really don't know what the community outpouring is going to be.
Right.
So it's a
Right.
little bit,
Right.
I would say, stressful when
Yep.
you're doing a lot of planning, and you're really hoping that, it actually turns into
And
something.
somehow,
connected.
with all of that, you managed to get the training done too.
Yeah, so IRT, believe it or not, is both patient care and training. So how it's kind of, briefed to us, and I think it's really important, is that we have to do these services. So our dental techs have to do dental screenings and x-rays. Our optometrists have to do eye exams and so on, and our veterinarians have to do vet care.
Right.
So instead of us doing it simulated and actually just wasting those resources, what the federal government has decided to do is to take those resources that we have and the care that we can provide and then lay that into the community. So
That's
not
great.
only is the community benefiting, but we're also getting after our training. And the training is about 50% of
Yep.
an IRT mission.
That's amazing.
So
That's
on
awesome.
top of medical care, we also did readiness training.
Yep.
So TCCC, we did BLS for providers, PALS, CPR for different members. We did land nav. There's just a bunch of different courses that we leveled into the day-to-day
That's
operations.
amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Well, I
Yep, and
think
there's a list of all the different events that we did. Alta T.
forklift training.
Yep, we did forklift training, HAZDEC. So that's kind of an interesting thing and something to discuss is that, like you talked about before, is that it's not just medical.
Right.
So we didn't go just after medical readiness. We have to go after the readiness for the services folks that are providing us our
nav.
food. We have to go after our logistics team that's providing transportation. So we had to level in all those different trainings so that they too are getting the readiness training that they require on
Right.
top of the medical unit.
Yeah.
Well, this has been amazing, and I don't want to go into too much more because there's an amazing article on our Air Scoop, which will be released next week, and there's tons of pictures of our guys doing stuff. So I want you guys to take a look at our Air Scoop and look at our webpage and look at our Facebook and our Instagram and, of course, this podcast. So thank you so much for being
No,
here.
thank you.
This is amazing information. I didn't know that all of that happened, and it just makes me more and more prouder of the 104th. We do amazing things, not only in our own community, but in other communities. And I love to see the partnerships with other bases and other community partners. And so,
I was just going to say that. I learned a lot today.
yeah.
Yeah, and again, every time,
Appreciate
the
it.
more I learn, the more I feel proud to be a Barnstormer. So,
Same here. Appreciate it very much.
Any last rounds? Anything?
any save rounds?
Save rounds.
Nothing but make sure you are smashing that like button, as they say. In all seriousness, we love your feedback. We want to hear more. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, any suggestions, please leave us a drop in the YouTube comments, and we'll make sure to answer you as quickly, fast as possible.
All right. Thank you. That'll
Sounds
be it
good.
for
Thank
today.
you guys for inviting me.